go inside the fort. Anything over here interesting? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Nobody gets in the Steel Wizard? Nobody not know how. Huh? There's no one here. That's strange. There's usually a gatekeeper outside at least. Identify yourself. Where'd that come from? Probably a speaker. This is Lestrum Fortress HQ of Liberal Royal Armed Forces. This place is off limits to civilians. I'm afraid you're going to have to leave. They sound polite, but... yeah, I think they're just being extra cautious. Can you two hear me? Sorry, but we're not civilians. We're from the Bracers Guild. We're here to discuss the matter of the central lab being attacked. Could we please speak with the individual in charge? Are you actual Bracers then? If you don't believe us, you can inspect our emblems. You can see them, right? Indeed, you appear to be the genuine article. However, I regret to inform you that the CEO of this base is currently away. Perhaps you can come back another day. No commanding officer? Well, that sounds sloppy. In that case, anyone from the intelligence division will be fine. We have information that must go to either Colonel Richards or Captain Annalisa. Very well, wait there. Phew, it's like pulling teeth with these guys. Yeah, I wasn't expecting security to be quite this tight here. Whoa. Well, someone's here at least. Please forgive me for making you wait. I am Major Sid, Garrison Commander of Lestrum Fortress. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracers Guild, and I'm Joshua Bright, also of the Bracers Guild. Right. Is something wrong? Nothing, pardon me. On to business. You mentioned the attack on the central labs. I'm very sorry, but no one from the intelligence division is currently here. If you'd have a message, I can deliver it for you. This could be a problem. Okay, time to shake things up. We caught the people who attacked the lab. We've confirmed the whereabouts of Professor Russell, or we have a lead on an airship tied to the crime. So we have a lead on the airship. And here we found a lead on the airship that took away the professor. You what? What? Why do you look so surprised, Major? Oh, it's nothing. We've just been searching for it too. So, what is the lead anyway? Take a look at this. Handed over Dorothy's photograph. This is Lestrum Fortress, isn't it? How did you get this picture? Now, no need to get worked up. Look at the top right corner of the picture. Let's see. What the? That's obviously not the silhouette of a military patrol ship, is it? And it's the spitting image of the airship that took away the professor. Indeed, this is a grave matter. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll send a report to the intelligence division straight away. Huh? Hey, wait a minute. Is that it? Is what it? I mean, don't you think this is weird? Why would the suspect's ship be hanging around here? It's embarrassing to admit, but I'm afraid that it's entirely my fault. We have been aggressively searching along the border, so security wasn't as tight at home as it should have been then. And if the airships fled to the north, it's possible that this whole matter may have been a plot by the Empire. Really, I'd like to know just one thing. Where exactly are all of the intelligence personnel right now? That's classified. I'm sorry, I can't say more. Okay now, maybe it's just me, but don't you think this all kind of smells a little funny? I know, but without any concrete evidence, pursuing this lead won't do us any good. Yeah. Huh? What the? What? Why did it stop short? What? Did the phenomenon start up again? Joshua, that's... Yeah, I think that's exactly what we needed. It seems I've just let you see us at our worst. It looks like the gate mechanism isn't in the best of conditions. Indeed, that's a real problem. Maybe you could get some folks from the central labs out to repair it. I'll bet that someone like Professor Russell could have it good as new in no time flat. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. You two maintain post here until it's back in working order. Be sure to keep any careless civilians away. Sir, yes, sir. Understood, sir. That said, you two can be on your way. I'll be certain to take the photograph to intelligence. Now, if you'll pardon me. Alright, let's get back to the guild. Something funny is going on here. Alright, let's get out of here. They're not gonna let us in. We'll go. Somehow I find it hard to believe a word that guy said, especially if that little malfunction we just saw is what I think it is. Yes, it was probably that same phenomenon, which would mean the professor is being held prisoner inside. Shh, Estelle. This isn't the place to be discussing that. Oh, okay. For now, let's get back to Zeus and see what Kalika has to say. If we have the chance, we can call for the lab chief. I just can't believe that Professor Russell is at Lestion Fortress. Are you absolutely certain? Miss Dorothy's photograph and the shutdown of orbital power in the gate, these two things combined make the conclusion inescapable. But the Central Factory and the Royal Army have always had excellent relations, and now I'm expected to believe this? It's not as if the internal command structure of the military is all run by a single entity. The people who attacked the factory were seen escaping, and they looked like Royal Guardsmen. That in itself is a clue. Oh, and that would mean the business with the Royal Guardsmen is unrelated, the Royal Guardsmen are behind the whole thing, the Royal Guardsmen are being set up. Let's say the Royal Guardsmen are being set up. The Royal Guardsmen are being set up. My thoughts exactly. This may be some form of internal conspiracy within the Royal Army. This is unpleasant to think about. But how could the professor get caught up in something like this? Sounds like you found a lead on our friendly neighborhood criminals. Well, a gate. Good to see you back on your feet. Yeah, I just woke up a few minutes ago. It was a little weird waking up in a strange place after being put to bed like some baby. Oh, for the love of... Everyone was worried about you, alright? Are you sure you're okay with moving around so soon? Yeah, sleeping so damn much didn't give me any other option than to recover. I'm feeling pretty much back to normal. But a gate, you should probably rest some more. You just got the poison out of your system, and the doctor said... I just said I'm fine. I've been training for years. It's not that rough on someone like me. Alright, I get it. I won't overdo it or anything until I'm back to normal. That cool with you? Hee, okay. Damn kids. Even the mighty Agate is no match for Tita. I guess it's hard to say no to someone who's kept a constant vigil over you and nursed you back to health. Shut up. Getting back to the point, it looks like a lot's been going on while I've been out of commission. Mind filling me in on the details? Sure. Estelle explained that all signs pointed to Professor Russell being held captive at Lestion Fortress. I still can't believe that Grandpa's in there. I wouldn't have thought those goons in the black clothes were army types either. And suddenly I'm feeling better than ever. What say we go and settle our debts right now? Settle our debts? Ain't it obvious? We sneak into Lestion Fortress, we'll bust the prof out, and they'll never know what hit them. Okay, like settling everything in one big stroke. I'm afraid it's not that simple. Huh? The Bracers Guild has a long-standing policy of non-intervention when it comes to a nation's military. Article 3 of the guidebook, Bracers and non-involvement in military or political matters. A bracer will recognize a nation's sovereignty and may not interfere nor arrest any person of national, military, or political standing. Or, to put it more simply, as long as the army is playing dumb about this, our hands are tied. Oh, you've got to be kidding. No way, that doesn't make sense. Well, it is the same thing that happened with the mayor over in Bruin. You know, we couldn't arrest him, but I mean, eventually we got the drop on him. But if not, you know, he would have been scot-free. You mean that we can witness a crime, but if it's done by a soldier or politician, we just have to pretend we didn't see anything? Essentially, yes. There is, however, a loophole. Article 2 of the Guide Code, bracers and their duties to the people. In the event of unjust employment of citizens, the bracer's sworn duty is to bear the responsibility for the citizens' safety. Do you understand the significance of this? I see. The professor's not a politician or a soldier. He's a civilian whom we're sworn to protect. So then, the rest hinges upon you, Mr. Murdoch. In this case, we're obligated to oppose the Royal Army and save Professor Russell. Will you help us? Stupid question. The factory needs him. Ah, hell. All of Liberal needs him. Go and get him. Mr. Murdoch, thank you, thank you, thank you. No need to thank me. I owe Professor Russell for all he's taught me. And so we have adequate justification to proceed. Bracer Gate, Estelle, and Joshua, you are hereby ordered to proceed to Lestrum Fortress and rescue Professor Russell. It is not as above board as you may be accustomed to, but it is the request of the Bracers Guild nevertheless. Now you're talking. Acknowledged. Heh, bring it on. If we're doing this, we have to figure out how we're getting in there. Lestrum Fortress is pretty damned famous for being impossible to break into. That's true. It's easy to say we're going to do it, but putting it into practice is going to take some serious planning. There has to be some way of getting inside. Unfortunately, the security there is nigh unto perfect. Approaching from the lake would likely be impossible since it's monitored by a network of orbital sensors. Heh, I figured as much. What about the Professor Russell's orbital desensorizer thing that he was inventing when we met him? And a frontal assault would be tantamount to suicide. Hey, Mr. Murdoch, you know that orange airship that goes to Lestrum Fortress? Yes, that's the Leibniz. It makes periodic stops to inspect the equipment at the fort to make sure it's performing properly. Is there any way we could sneak into the fortress on that? No, all of the crew members go through a thorough security check as soon as they land. It'd be impossible just to sneak away. How about stowing away in the cargo? No good. Each container is scanned with a biosensor for living creatures, and they check each and every one. Plus, those sensors were designed by Professor Russell himself. They can even pick up one little mouse in a huge mass of stuff. Well, damn. Oh, what is it, sweetie? Don't you remember? Grandpa's invention from when I was showing you around. Let me think. Aha! When we were helping with the experiments on a new type of orbit, right? Yeah. It produces a force field that can disrupt the biosensors. We've already tested that it works, so everything will be fine. What, really? I had no idea the professor had even made anything like that. Where is this device then? I guess it must be right where he left it, in his laboratory. Then we have no time to lose. Hurry and retrieve the device. In the meantime, I will gather and collect whatever data I can on Lestrum Fortress. Got it, thanks. I'll leave the arrangement of a delivery via the Leibniz to you, Mr. Murdoch. Alright, I'll talk to Gustav. Just come to the airfield when you're ready. Alright, let's report. Alright. Welcome back. It looks like you finished your job. If you clear any other contracts, make sure to come here and report it. Any other jobs? Oh, that's all of them. I think a gate still has some slots locked. Yeah, he's got one sealed slot. What is your equipment like? I guess it's good. Let's go and see if we can unlock your last slot first. Alright, in here, fine exchange, a gate, last slot is open. How about you? Yours is good. Alright, let's put on his orbment. You know what? I actually got a few new orbits, so I'm going to do a little rearranging and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I rearranged everyone's quartz again. This is what I came up with. I'm not going to go and read through them all. You can kind of see for yourself. I think it's a pretty good variety. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, now that everyone has their spots open, I'll probably be completely overhauling them quite often, especially when we, encounter different party members, because I want to kind of balance everybody to their specialization. Everyone's a little bit different, Alright, let's go to Russell's house then and get the device he was working on. Yeah, like I was saying, even though you can put any quartz on anybody and, mix and match, everyone does kind of have like a specialty, and as you play with the characters, you kind of see like, a Gate's more attack based and Estelle's more defense based and Tito's more range based. So everyone has their place. Now, where is that thing? It's got to be here somewhere. Maybe in a corner of the lab on the second floor archives. Those are where Grandpa usually tosses stuff from his old inventions. Eccentric old coot. But whatever, let's just find the damn thing. Now let's go upstairs and see if we can find his tossed away invention. He said the lab, didn't he? I don't know why I'm up here. We gotta go in here. Second floor of this room. Around here. Oh, there it is. Found it. That's the orbit that was in our experiment, alright. So, can we use it? I think so. If everything performs to specs, then it'll keep the biosensor from working right. Found detector jammer. Alright, back to the guild then. Kalika's probably finished collecting intel on Fort Leschen by now. Alright, let's go back to the guild hall. The guild hall. And we talk to Kalika, and then you'll go get on the boat or the ship and we'll go to the fort. We're back, Kalika, and we have the device. I have also finished my preparations. Now, what I am about to show you is not to be spoken of to anyone else. Receive Leschen Fortress map. Ha, well, would you look at that? There are the schematics for the Leschen Fortress. Wow, it sure is big. And Grandpa's in there somewhere. Isn't the layout of the fort a military secret? How'd the guild get its hands on it? The guild has ways of obtaining information. It is best that you not know. The Bracers Guild is a much more complex organization than it may appear, and you would do well to remember that. Okay. I don't think I need to remind you that this is an exponentially unique case. Relations between the army and the guild have traditionally been excellent and liberal, even relative to our surrounding nations. It is absolutely crucial that we not cause any ill will. The guild can ill afford hostilities with the army. Do I make myself clear, Agate? Heh, yeah, I guess. But if I see the men in black clothes, they're going to have a hot date with the business end of my sword. Soldiers or not, I've been looking for them so long now that I think they'd be offended if I didn't kick their asses. Do what you must, I just ask that you take no lives. Estelle and Joshua, legally I should not entrust a task like this to junior bracers. Whoa, wait a second. I don't like what you're driving at. We're already a part of this. Please, allow us to see it through to the end. I thought you might say that, and I don't intend to stand in your way, but it must be said that you answered Aziz. As such, if worst comes to worst, I will accept full responsibility for your actions. You needn't worry. Kalika, I'm sorry, we've caused so much trouble for you.